Hi there, welcome to the channel Data Science Demonstrated. In this video, I'm going to show you something mind-blowing. I will show you on how to do machine learning, not with the Python language, but with English language as the front end. I'll be using my platform DATAJARVIS.ai and you can also try it out. But before I go to the demo, let me give you a quick recap of the use case as well as the architecture. The use case consists of predicting financial loan approval. We have a training data set which has got the various loan applications along with this information on whether the loan got approved or not. With this data, I'll be training a machine learning model. We also have a scoring data which has got all the loan application details, but it does not have the approval status. I'll be using the machine learning model which we have trained with the training data set to predict if the loan will be approved or not. Now let us see the architecture. I'll be loading the data in my platform DATAJARVIS.ai and then I will ask DATAJARVIS machine learning questions through prompts in plain English. DATAJARVIS will send the structure of the data and the prompt to OpenAI GPT model and get back an Python code. And this Python code will be executed by DATAJARVIS. It will also inject some additional visualization using the RAG technique or the retrieval augmented generation technique. And finally, the results are returned back to the user. Now here is the machine learning process which I'll be using. I'll be starting with some data exploration followed by data cleaning. I'll also do some feature engineering followed by model training. And then we will use the model to score the data in the scoring data set to predict if the loan is going to be approved or not. And we will do all these steps just in plain English, no Python coding. Now let me jump to the demo. So here you see the training data set, and the training data set has got various application details such as the person age, the person income, the home ownership, loan amount, as well as the loan interest rate. And it has also got this information on the loan status. So if it is 0, it means that the loan was not approved, and if it is 1, it means that the loan was approved. Now let us also look at the scoring data set. So it has got all the information such as the loan application ID as well as other application details such as the person income, the loan amount, the loan interest rate, as well as some other information. But it doesn't have the loan approval status which we want to predict using machine learning. Now let me go to my platform DATAJARVIS.ai, and as you can see that this is inspired by Jarvis from Iron Man. And let me start by logging in. So once you are logged in, you can see this upload data tab. And let us first start by importing the training data sets. So I'll go ahead and select the training data set. Alright, so the training data set is now loaded in the front end. And let me now save it to the platform by clicking the Add Data Source button. Alright, so the data set is now saved in the platform, and I can do the same thing also for the scoring data set. I will go ahead and select the scoring data set and I will click the save button, and in a while both the data sets, the training and the scoring data set, are available in the platform, and my friends, we are all set to do machine learning. Alright, now the fun starts. Let me go to the chat tab and refresh the data sets. And here we can see the training data set as well as the scoring or the test data set, both are available. And let me go ahead and select the training data set and let us see a data preview just to see what is inside the data. Alright, so here I see all the different fields which were available in Excel. Now let me start chatting with this data. And I can start by a question such as give me descriptive statistic and hit enter. Alright, so in a while I get the response from DATAJARVIS and I can now see the descriptive statistic. So in the descriptive statistic I have got different information such as the mean, I also have the standard deviation, the minimum value, the percentile information. Now here I see that the minimum loan percentage income is 0%, which means that there are some lines with bad quality data because it is not possible to have a loan percentage equal to 0. Rest of it looks pretty good. I also have the information on the Python code which was executed, so this is looking pretty awesome. Now, because we have some bad quality data indicated by the loan percentage equal to 0, let us remove all these records. Now, in order to remove these records, once again, we are going to type in the prompt just in plain English, and I can type in a prompt such as, in this data frame, remove the lines which has got the loan percentage income equal to 0.0. And we would also like to save the output of this data set as clean. Now let us execute this, and in a while I get the response from DATAJARVIS, and it indicates that the rows where the loan percentage equal to 0.0 have been removed, and it has also given the Python code which was executed. And because we chose to save the data set, we also see that DATAJARVIS has indeed created a new data set, and we can see this data set using the refresh button at the top. So let me do that. So I will go ahead and refresh the data sets, and voila, I see my clean data set which has now been created. I can also do a data preview, and here I see a preview of my clean data set. So my friends, this is pretty exciting. We have done data exploration as well as data cleaning just in plain English language. But as a data scientist, I would like to once again check the descriptive statistic just to ensure that the problem of the percentage income equal to 0 has actually gone. So let us see once again the descriptive statistic of the clean data set, and here you can see that indeed the loan percentage income, the minimum is not 0, which means that all the records which were bad quality records have now been deleted. Now let us do some more fun stuff. Let us do some feature engineering. And if I look at this data set, I see fields such as the loan amount as well as I see the loan interest rate. So maybe it would be interesting to create a new feature called as financial burden, which is the loan amount multiplied by the loan interest rate. So let us do that now. Now let me write a prompt such as, in the data frame, create a new column, financial burden, which is loan amount multiplied by the loan interest rate. And I can also indicate to save the output of this data set, and we can call it as FE, where FE stands for feature engineered data set. And let us now execute this. So in a while, I see that the data service has responded, and it says that the new column financial burden has been created with this particular formula, and it has also given the Python code. And we can also see that the results have been also saved as a data set. Now, if I look in the output and I can scroll to the right, and I can see that indeed this new column called the financial burden has been created. So this is pretty awesome, my friends. Also, let us once again refresh the data set, and here indeed we see that the feature engineered data set is also now available. And we can also see a data preview. And if I go to the right, and I can see that this new column called as financial burden has been also created. Now let us train a machine learning model on this data set. I can first start by asking a question such as, give me the list of columns in a CSV format, and send the prompt to DATAJARVIS. It seems that it didn't like my prompt. So let me rephrase the question, and let me say that give me a list of columns of the data frame in the CSV format, and send it again. Alright, so now the answer is looking good, and I have a list of columns which are now available in the data frame. And let me go ahead and ask my machine learning question. Let me ask that create a machine learning classification model with all the different columns. And let me just paste all the columns over here, but I will remove the loan status. So all these columns are my features, and the loan status is the target. And let me now send this prompt to DATAJARVIS. Alright, so in a while, my machine learning model has been trained, And I can also see that it has created a confusion matrix as well as a feature importance visualization. It has also used an XGBoost model, and we can see that the confusion matrix has got an accuracy of 95%, which is really fantastic. And I can also see the model parameters as well as the model name. Let us examine the feature importance, and we can see that the most important feature is the person's income, followed by the loan interest rate, and then followed by the financial burden. So it was a very smart move to create this additional feature on the financial burden. Now, if you see the output, it has got the different columns of the data set, but we also have a new column which is the predicted value, and it indicates if the loan was approved or not. So here what you see is just a sample data set, and if you want, you can download the complete data set with all the predictions using this output link. Now let us apply this model to our scoring data set. So first I will go ahead and select the scoring data set, and let us also do a data preview. We will have to create the column called as financial burden as we have done it in the training data set. So I can just copy the prompt which I've used earlier and then again send it to DATAJARVIS. So in a while, the column financial burden is also now created, and the output is also stored in this new data set called feature engineering. We can see this new data set by just refreshing the list of data sets. And let us now use the machine learning model to predict the loan status in this feature engineered scoring data set. So I will now type in a prompt such as make machine learning prediction using the model, and I can just paste the model name which was created earlier. And I'll send this prompt to DATAJARVIS. And in a while, I get the response that the predictions have been done. And I see my data set, and indeed I have the predictions for each loan application. So for example, the first record, the prediction 1 indicates that the loan has been approved. And I also have an explanation for the prediction. And let us see on why this loan was approved. So this visual shows the most important factors which led to the loan approval. And the top factors are the loan percentage income, followed by the loan intent, which was for home improvement. So this is a very nice way to understand the prediction and is also called as explainable AI. Let us now take the second example where the loan was not approved. And let us see the explanation on why this loan was not approved. So here you see some inverted bars which indicate the factors which led to the disapproval of the loan. And you can see that the most important factors are related to the fact that the person doesn't have a home ownership, and also the factors such as the loan percentage income and the loan interest rate did not contribute favorably to the loan approval. So this is pretty powerful as we are able to understand the reasons for the loan rejection. So my friends, we have done the entire machine learning process just in English. And I feel pretty excited, and hopefully you also do so. Now you can also see the history of the different prompts what we have given using the history tab. So let me just refresh the history. And here I see the different prompts related to the descriptive statistic, feature engineering, creating machine learning model as well as scoring. So here you see all the different details, and here you see the prompts which were given. You see the individual responses, and you also see the visualizations which were made. In addition, you can also open and download all the visuals as well as all the outputs which were created. Now, I have also integrated a prompt guide which you can see in this prompt guide tab, and it will show you on how to construct different prompts. So in addition to machine learning, you can also use DATAJARVIS for various other analytics. So my friends, to conclude, let me give you a future direction. With the rise of generative AI and powerful large language models, it is now possible to do machine learning just in natural language. Data scientists in the future will focus more on understanding the data, creating domain-specific features, and less with Python coding. So my friends, hopefully you found this demo very exciting. If yes, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the video, and please try out DATAJARVIS.ai and let me know your feedback. And see you soon in another exciting demo video. Bye.